So I grew up in the western suburbs, which for a little gay kid like myself is pretty rough. When I was in school, I used to put on a straight voice so that the jocks wouldn't pick on me. And, I used to pretend to like footy and like girls and, just try not to get bashed, I guess. And it really worked, because they'd stop calling me a fag when I sucked them off. I know. There is one annoying thing about being gay, which is when people come up to you and they say, you're so brave, living your life openly gay, you're so brave, be your authentic self. That's the buzzword of the fucking century. And I just say, what's brave? Like, soldiers going to war, that's brave, right? Little kids in America going to mathematics class because they're probably going to get shot, that's brave. I know. Anyone here seen Brokeback Mountain? Jake Gyllenhaal doing anal after having a whole fucking can of beans. That's brave. I have this friend that puts shit on me for the things that I put in my mouth. Cock. No, she's just a massive hypocrite. Bit of a cunt too. But anyway, she always puts shit on me for eating Maccas. And she says things like, you've got to nourish your body. You've got to put natural, fair trade, organic things in your body, like I do. Which I know is bullshit because I've seen this bitch eat ketamine off the toilet floor at Revs. Like, how's that for nourishing your body? I haven't seen ketamine in the fucking health food aisle at Coles before. I come from an Italian family, you could probably tell, and I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with the wogs, and yes, I can say that. But they have a real issue with, not really having much of a filter. Like, if they think you're overweight, they'll fucking tell you. Like I wasn't aware, thanks though. Fucking hell. Every time I see my auntie, the first thing that she says to me is, "You get fat." And I'm like, "Hello to you too, bitch." Just got to get used to it. But a few years ago, my dad had a pretty severe heart attack, actually, and he almost passed away, which was a really pretty traumatic time in my life, and for him as well, of course. And I remember seeing him in the hospital and just looking just terrible in the bed, surrounded by his siblings, and this same auntie looks up and looks at me dead in the eye without skipping a beat and says, "You're next." I was like, fuck me, dear, you're a cunt. Anyway, I got her back though, because when my grandma died, they were lowering her coffin into the ground, and looked at my auntie and I said, "You next." She didn't like that very much, but in fairness, I didn't know she had cancer, so... Oh, I'm really sorry about that, Zia. She's dead now. There is another thing that really pisses me off, actually, among many things. They say, "Hell hath no fury like a gay mildly inconvenienced," and I think I live up to that pretty well. It's people that get offended on behalf of other people, right? Like, what a miserable fucking existence that must be. I'm offended. Lots of things offend me, but, like most healthy males, I just take antidepressants and suppress my feelings. But anyway, I was at a bar the other day and, go to the counter and I talk to the woman behind the counter and I say to her, "Hey, what's the fruitiest, gayest drink you can make me?" Because that's the kind of guy that I am. And she looks at me in disbelief and shakes her head and says, "You shouldn't say that. That's offensive." And I was, you shouldn't describe things as gay. And meanwhile, I was standing there in a Lady Gaga t-shirt and I had cum on my upper lip. Look, I think that's pretty gay. All right, guys, I'll cool it down with the gay jokes. I can see the straights in the audience being like, mate, we gave you marriage equality, we can fucking take it away. You guys have been amazing. I've been Nick Guarro. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Guarro, come on!